So I want to touch a bit on the Earth's body and our bodies. So our bodies are of the Earth. The two are directly connected. And the way that our culture and society treats the Earth is directly connected to how our culture and society treats our bodies and the beliefs that we hold about our bodies and about the Earth's body. And so I see a lot of body positivity stuff out there, and I'm not really into it at all, because I think it pushes down a lot of our emotion and tries to get us to think differently and have positive affirmations. But as you may know, I'm a deep believer that what gets in the way becomes the way. So if I want to love my body shame and my body hatred and my body disgust is what becomes the way to loving my body. And that's been really true for me. So for example, this little armpit hair here, I first started growing out my armpit hair when I was living in Sri Lanka, because nobody shaved there, and it would have taken a lot of effort and energy to do something that all of a sudden just didn't seem like it had a point at all. So I was like, cool, I'll just explore with this, and I'd always thought I'd seen women who didn't shave their legs, and I was like, oh, cool for you, but no way for me. So I just started not shaving for a bit, and then that just kind of started my journey with it. So then it was a couple years later when I actually started like really not shaving at all and growing out my body hair. And I felt disgusting. I felt like if I were to wear a dress like this, or like, a crop top or anything without sleeves, it just felt disgusting. I was like, what are people gonna think of me? Oh no. And I didn't even do the work that I do now, but I just had this sense in me that the way through was what was coming up. So I would stand in the mirror and I would look at my armpit hair and I'd be like, oh God, so disgusting, so gross. And it really helped me to be able to move through what was happening. And so another thing that I love about this is to notice how I look at the Earth and bring that back to how I look at my own body. So if I see a tree that is unique and has all sorts of weird knobs on it and different bits, I love that tree. I think that tree is beautiful, right? But if I see that in my own body, I'm like, oh God, that should be all flat and this way or that way or whatever. And so just noticing the diversity and beauty in nature and feeling that deep connection to it and bringing that back to my body. So it's this circle of connecting to the Earth and connecting with ourselves, and connecting to the Earth and connecting with ourselves, and letting them kind of weave their way together. It has no judgments about our bodies being any kind of way, or about our sounds. If we think about all the animals that are around, like birds and animals just make noises when they want to make noises. They don't think about how their squawk sounds, and so for me, there's a great space of permission in healing with the Earth, and permission for my body to be the way that it is, and for my sounds to be the way that they are. So I invite you to explore with body realness, and how do you really feel about your body? And for me, often when I'm in spaces exploring this, I find that it always goes deeper than I thought it did. It's always like, fuck, I thought I was good on that one. And then it's like, no, there are actually deeper layers of shame here. But I've put band-aids over them over time to be like, I'm confident, I love myself. And I think also I want to invite in that loving myself is hearing and seeing all of me. It's hearing and seeing my disgust. Just like with our children, if they're angry, to love my child when he's angry is to see him and hear him and hold space for him. It's not to say, hey, stop that, be happy instead. So if I do that with my body and I'm feeling disgusted and I say, hey, stop that, love yourself instead, it's like loving myself is hearing and being with the disgust. So I would love to hear what comes up for you and your bodies.